You are listening to the Midlife with Courage podcast. Every week, I interview women who have decided that life isn't over at 40, 50, 60, and beyond. They know that now is the time to live every moment. Hello, everyone. This is Kim back again. Welcome to Midlife with Courage. And once again, I am doing a solo episode. I actually thought I would have some fun this summer and do this, so I'm going to keep doing this. Today is kind of a little different. I'm going to be talking about things I probably wouldn't normally talk about because I don't want to spark any controversy or anything, but it's a topic that some people get pretty excited about, and honestly, I do too, but I'm trying to talk about this subject in a way that maybe you won't know what side I'm on. Okay, so there you know, there's a side. There's two sides, actually. So what we're going to talk about today, or what I'm going to talk about, is politics. And I'm just really tired of all the crap out there that I'm seeing and hearing. And we still have, let's see, it's July, so August, September, October. We still have 4 months before the election, like the big election. And I'm already tired of it. So I just wanted to talk today about things you can do to get through the political season and things that have helped do that. So here's what we're going to do. Here's what I want to tell you about. The first thing, if you get nothing else out of this today, is do your own research. Okay? When you have one side and two sides, and it seems like in our country, what the people who are running for office are so fixated on is the other side, like attacking them, telling us how bad that other guy is or that other woman is, and they don't look at what they don't show us what they're doing and what they want to do, how they can be of service to our country, which is what their job is, and that's not what they're doing. Very few that I can see. But so doing your own research, what does that mean? That means when you hear on the news, you hear a news report or you read an article, look at the source. Where is this information coming from? Especially if it's an attacking type negative article or video or report, whatever it happens to be, look at where it's coming from. If it's coming from, first of all, the opposition, you really, really want to check those facts, whatever they're putting out. I would tell you, don't even watch those stupid political commercials that, I'm so-and-so and I approve this message. You approve it because you're attacking the other one most of the time. I can't even think of a political commercial where I've seen, well, this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I want to do, and this is how I can serve you. That's rare. Honestly, I can't remember anything like that. So look at who's putting out the information that you're consuming or about to consume. And if it is from the other side, don't listen to it. So if you, like, let's say, for an example, someone has done a speech. Maybe you were watching a report on a rally or an event where this political person was talking. And the information is kind of like translating what that speaker said. That's not the source. Actually go. It's so much easier to do this now. If you see that a political candidate was speaking at a certain place at a certain time, all you have to do is Google it and find the actual speech, and you can listen to it yourself, and you can hear what they said, the words they said, how they said it, all the words they said, because these reports aren't going to take every word that someone says and give it to you. I mean, they don't have time. I mean, it's not practical. So go to that source and go and learn for yourself, listen for yourself, and know for yourself what that person said without having to rely someone else's version of it, especially when that version may not be actually what was said. And that leads me to, unfortunately, the media. If you have not been paying attention, and I wouldn't blame you if you didn't, but there's certain news sources who are slanted towards one political side or the other. It's obvious. We know that. It's a fact. You can see it in the reporting. So again, if you can stay away from those reports or take what they're telling you with a grain of salt and say, I'm going to go back into that original source and find out exactly what that person said and what I think that means. Because honestly, and this makes me upset, I was going to use the PO'd word, but I didn't because I want to still have a clean rating on this podcast. They kind of treat us like we're dumb. And I'm talking about media here. I'm talking about the politicians too, and whoever's representing them. They kind of assume that we're dumb and we're not going to do that research. We're not going to check things out for ourselves. We're just going to take in all this information and we're going to say, well, that's the truth because you said so. We all need to trust ourselves and again, do our own research to find out if what the facts are shown to us are actual facts. It's that simple. It's more time consuming. It's more work for us. And they're counting on us being lazy as well. But don't be lazy. If it's important to you, if there's a topic that's important to you, I could list off 5 of them right now, but I'm not going to because I don't want to I don't want to make this slanted in any way. But there's positions out there that are issues that are very important to people. And so go and check those resources yourself and be smart and don't be lazy. Do the work. Because if it's that important to you to get upset about it or worked up about it, then you should be doing the work yourself to find out what really matters and what the actual truths are. Okay. So I know there's media out there that are unbiased. I have not checked into this one in detail or in depth. That's what I was trying to say. But I know there is a news resource called 1440, and they call themselves Unbiased. And just a quick look over their articles that I read, they very much do just report the facts, whatever's happening. I haven't done an in-depth research of that, but that's just one place that you can kind of look at yourself to see and check that out. But if you don't want to take the time to do that, I'm sure there's other resources out there. But if not, then you have, the media outlets that are one side or the other. So I would challenge you, if you're one side of the political spectrum and you always watch a certain news media, just remember that they're one-sided. So I would challenge you to watch the news media from the other side and look at it, take all emotions out of it, look at it objectively as much as you can, and question, maybe that is true. What is that? Could this possibly be true what they're saying? Even though because you're from the other side, you don't believe it. But question that and look again, do your own research and look into that and see, if what they're saying, maybe the facts were changed, maybe something was taken out of context. And then do the same if you watch the other, your side, if you're watching something and you're hearing, yep, oh yeah, I agree with that. Kind of stop and question, well, wait a minute, is that true? Is that a little out there? What is the actual truth? It works both ways, question both sides. And again, do your research. Yeah. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. It's just the older I get, the more interested I am in politics and how it all works. Sometimes I do get pulled into the side that I'm on more than I should, but we all do that and that's fine. That's human and it's normal, but I still want to take that step back and look at something objectively and make sure that what I'm seeing is actual truth and facts and believe my own brain and my own eyes and ears when I see or hear something strikes me one way or the other. And I would please challenge you all to do that. And when I say do your own research, go to the source. I talked about going to the actual recording of whatever, you saw on the news. Please don't get your facts from social media. We all know as well how biased social media is. And I'm talking about the one that starts with a F and ends with a K. And I'm sure other ones are too, but that's the one I'm mostly on. So don't get your facts from the posts from other people or the posts from, advertising. It's advertising. It's a paid message. That means it's been probably affected in some way to slant it towards you. Slant it in a way that they're trying to get you to believe one thing or another. Don't do it. Just like I said, go to your research, do your own research, go to sources who have facts without emotions, and make sure you vote. Make sure you vote. That's the best way we have to influence how we want our world to be. And if there's a politician that represents you, which they should all be doing, if they're doing a good job, he or she are doing a good job, great, vote for them. If they're not, get them out of there. And maybe the person who is better for the job than the person who's in there now, maybe that person is from the other party that you're not really a fan of. But maybe what they are saying and wanting and their track record is proving is that they might be better. There's nothing wrong with voting for that person. This two-party thing drives me crazy because, like I said when I started this out, a lot of politicians are so concerned with bashing the other side, and they really need to be looking at who they are representing, which is you and me, my friend, not themselves. So that is what I have to say today. This is your political soapbox for today. All right. I hope you are having a great summer. I hope you are taking care of your beautiful self, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you for listening to the Midlife with Courage podcast. If you liked what you heard, please leave me a review on Apple Podcasts, or even better, send a link to your friend. Until next time, take care of your beautiful self.